welcome to episode number 56 already of my FM20 save with FC Rapid. We're here for the second game against Bayer Leverkusen, otherwise known as the fourth game of the group stages, which we are massively overperforming in. So let's see what we can do against Bayer in the second time we meet them. Last time we beat them 4-1, and after that we played two matches. We beat Arad only 2-1 away from home, and then we beat CFR Cluj only 1-0 at home. So not that convincing wins, but it's still 6 points, and we're still top of the league, still 10 points above number 2 as well. And still unbeaten, of course, in the league. That is, we did lose a couple of matches, of course, the Super Cup, one cup game, and of course the game against Liverpool. But other than that, in the league, unbeaten, only 3 draws as well, only 4 goals conceded as well. So couldn't really be doing much better. And then, of course, our insane performance in the Champions League as well. So this season is shaping up to be amazing for us. But of course, as I said last episode, all of that can change in the space of a couple of matches. So let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope we can continue this for the entirety of the season. But that's probably too much to ask. But we're gonna see. We're gonna find that out over the coming couple of months. But first, the game against Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, of course. This is going to be the starting 11. Labrovic, Ferrero, Bogdanovic, Lupu, Diabate, Braco, Owaida, Memela, Castillo, Shilaru, and Bermejo. Again, Pinter a little bit tired. Lambulic, he is receiving injections, but he is going to play. He got an injury literally the day before, and it said he was going to be injured for 1 or 2 days, and I didn't want to take the risk, so I gave him injections. I normally don't do that, but I really wanted him to play this game for him, but also for the club. And it said if we gave him injections that he would still be injured for 1 or 2 days. So I decided to take the risk, and we're going to play him today in the starting 11 as well. Bermejo could always come on for him. But we're going to start Lambulic, and we're going to start the game. We're going to give the guys a pep talk, and we're going to hope that we can do something similar to what we did against them last time. Of course, we are now away from home, so it's a completely different match, but we're going to see what we can do against them. Here we go. The kickoff has happened, and here's the first highlight already in the 4th minute, and it's probably for Leverkusen. They have the ball here close to our penalty box. Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side, and that's penalty. That's already a penalty for Bayern in only the 5th minute, and that's probably Fiets Arp that's going to take that. It is, of course, who else it's going to be, and he scores it as well. So we're already trailing after 4.5 minutes. It's only his 5th goal of the season. Yeah. Alright, so I didn't expect us to concede a penalty that quickly. As I said, I don't expect us to win this game necessarily, because it's a very tough opposition and it's away from home as well. But to concede a penalty that early is very disappointing. Also, when you look at who made the foul, and that was Braco. So an offensive player making a foul always annoys me, because in my opinion, offensive players just shouldn't tackle another player. But then again, it was from a corner or free kick, so he couldn't really do much about it. Still 1-0 at halftime. The match has passed by so quickly. I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. They've only had 2 shots. We've had 0. They have already picked up 3 yellows. So that's maybe something that we could take an advantage of if they get a second yellow maybe. Because of course they got a red card last game. So who knows. Castillo now has the ball in their box, and it's a good shot. But it's saved by Areola. Was a good chance for us, but sadly he couldn't finish it, and there wasn't somebody to help him either. Again, Castillo here picks up the ball from the opponent, tries to go past his opponent, but he doesn't. But Palacios' tackle doesn't get any further than our player. Braco switches the play back to Castillo to the left-hand side, who passes it back to Diabate. Could put in a cross, but none of our players are moving into the box. Now Shilaru has the ball to Braco. Braco with a shot, and oh my god! Braco, who is of course starting instead of Pinter, picked up a yellow, caused the penalty as well, but now he scores for us, the equalizer, and that probably makes up for his foul as well. I'm not angry at him with him anymore. I'm very happy with this performance. Ferrero now with the ball. Could we do it again? I can't believe it. Shilaru has the ball. Could he put in a cross? He doesn't. It gets blocked. Bracco now again. Ferrero tries to go for it. Shilaru. Oh, he hits the side netting. It was a very good chance, a very good shot as well. Maybe he would have been better off if we would have squared it, but you know, can't expect him to make every decision the right one. And now another very big chance, but we hit the post, I believe. And now on the other side of the pitch, Bayer Leverkusen with the corner kick, Nachi Unuvar to take it to Gagliardini, but he has it over the goal. Luckily for us, and it's a goal kick. If we were to pick up 1 point from this game, I would be delighted with that. Of course, would be fun to pick up 3 again, but as I said, I don't expect us to. Bracco now has the ball. There is a free man here, but he chose to go back to Lupu. Memela and Lupu are playing it around. Lupu now again goes to Castillo on the left-hand side, could put in a cross. A lot of players. Shilaru, and he hit the bar. They should have been the 2-1. He hit the crossbar, sadly. Let's take Lambulic off for Bermejo. Let's take Bracco off for Pinter. And let's take Owaida off for Lika as well. So only 6 minutes left, and it's probably gonna. Oh my god, I shouldn't have said that. I was gonna say it's probably gonna be a 1-all draw, but now Junior has the ball for Bayer Leverkusen, gives to Selk and feed to Arp with his second goal of the game. But it's disallowed. It's disallowed. It's offside for Arp, and it's still 1-all. Only 3 minutes to go, and injury time, of course. Only injury time left. We're gonna pick up another point, boys. We did it. Full-time whistle again. Look at those standings. I mean, Liverpool and Inter still have to play each other, but as it stands right now, we're in second. And even if Inter win their game against Liverpool, we would still be in second. So that's insane. With 2 games to go, unlucky it wasn't our day. I'm not gonna say I'm not happy with the performance because I was. Of course, 900,000 euros as well. I mean, the finances are looking better and better every week. Look at that. It was at 6 million about, let's see, it was at 3 million about 1 year ago. 3.5 million 1 year ago, and now it's at 27 million almost. So I'll see you guys in a second for the game against, who is it going to be? Against Liverpool. So see you in a second. So here are the match against Liverpool. Of course, we had a few matches in between. Let me just tell you guys, they weren't as easy as I expected them to be. So last game was, of course, against Bayer, and after that we drew against Miovini. That's the only game, actually. It's only 1 game. We drew 0-0, but a lot of our players were tired, and as you can see in the match, Pinter got injured as well for, I think, about a month. Let me just see. Only 3 weeks now, but yeah, he got injured for 1 month. So that's very, very disappointing to lose him for that long, which means he misses this game and might just be back just in time for the game against Inter. But he will miss today's game against Liverpool. The draw against Miovini still puts us into first place. Also, Cluj is in second, 7 points behind us, but they do have a game played more than us. So we could again change that gap to 10 points. So yeah, very happy with that still. And as you can see, a couple of players injured for Liverpool as well. Mancini played in the last game, and Fabio Silva did as well. So they're probably both of them are going to be out. So that's interesting. Not that I'm actually considering us picking up anything from this match, but you never know. Sure, it doesn't hurt if they miss some players. But on the other hand, as I said, we miss Pinter as well. So this is going to be the starting 11. Labrovic, Ferrero, Bogdanovic, Kolbas, because as you saw, Lupu is tired. Diabate, Bracco, Owaida, Lika, Castillo, Lambulic, and Bermejo, because where's Shilaru? He is also tired. So both of them can be subbed on, of course. But I'm not going to start them because they're just a little bit too tired because we just played that game against Miovini. Before that game, we actually had a 2-week break because of international duty. So too bad that they didn't put the Miovini game just a little bit earlier, maybe 1 or 2 days earlier. But you know, it is what it is. will again go for it just like we tried in every other game, and until now it actually has worked out pretty well. You never know what's going to happen today against Liverpool. I'm not going to tell them that I expect a good win, but I have faith in them. I sure do, especially after those games against Leverkusen and the one against Inter as well. But they do have a highlight in the second minute already. Lika with an amazing tackle, and it's not going to happen. Lambulic sets up the counter. Bermejo is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Bermejo, and a great save. It's a very good chance from us, and I think if we want to get anything from this match, we should have put that away, because now Liverpool could counter, but luckily their shot goes wide. I think if we want to get something from this match, that shot should have gone in. I think that's the biggest chance we're going to get the entire game, and there is an amazing goal by Liverpool. Philippe Emmanuel, I don't know how he took that shot, but it was while turning and on the volley, so it's an insane goal, a goal that our players are not going to score, I think. But a highlight for us possibly, Bermejo back to Diabate with a cross, but their keeper picks it up, an easy save. And now Alisson can set up the counter for Liverpool maybe in the 8th minute. Already conceded after 5 minutes is disappointing, but again, it's Liverpool. It's not the smallest of clubs, so don't really know what else we could have expected. Another good chance, but another good save by Labrovic as well, and a corner kick. The thing is, by the way, let me just pause it for a second as Philippe Emmanuel is about to take, you know what, let's not pause it. Philippe Emmanuel to take the corner. We headed away, straight back to Emmanuel, and his second cross is blocked, and maybe we can counter again. Lambulic this time, but Diogo Jota picks off the ball. So, as I was going to say, this is the 5th match, and you can see the standings on the left-hand side of your screen, as Liverpool have another attack here. Emmanuel again, Alexander-Arnold to Romario Barro, back to Trent, could put in a cross, he does, and that's an own goal by Kolbas. Alright, so I think this game is lost. I don't think we're going to score twice against Liverpool, but as I was saying, and which now even proves my point more, that Inter are leading against Bayer Leverkusen. That means that if that game ends in either a draw or a win for Inter, and it's now 2-0 for Inter, as you can see, we are assured of a Europa League spot at least. So that's a very, very positive, and I think that's offside. It's not, but it's a good save. A good chance by us as well, but a good save by Alisson. As you can see, in the last game against Inter, if we beat Inter, I mean, I don't expect us to, but if you beat Inter, we actually move up to 2nd place and we are still in the Champions League. If we don't, and there's a 3-0, alright, so this game is done and dusted. We lost this one. But if we don't win against Inter, we're still in 3rd. That's the worst spot we can get, and that means that we will still go into the Europa League. So I'm very happy with that, very happy with how this group stage is going, except for maybe this game against Liverpool. But you know what, a 3-0 in first half already is exactly what I expect us to get against Liverpool. So I'm not too fussed. Of course, I'm disappointed as Bayer Leverkusen get a goal back against Inter, and I am disappointed, of course. But as I said, I didn't expect really anything else than this. And another good chance. You know what? I am surprised by the fact that we are still getting a couple of chances in this game. I think that's the 3rd big chance that we got, which actually means that we could have been level right now. As you can see, we've had 4 shots on target and they have only had 6. So we're not even doing that badly. But let's tell them that they are doing that badly, and all of them are fired up or motivated. You never know what that means for the second half. Probably not gonna mean too much, but you never know. A throw in, Diabate on the left hand side to Bermejo, back to Diabate, could put in a cross. Lika puts in the cross to Lambulic, but it's headed away. Owaida picks up the loose ball, back to Lika, switches the play to Ferreira on the right hand side, could put in a cross of his own, but it's blocked. But he is past Robertson, another cross, and it's headed away by Trent. And Tahith Chong can set up the counter attack for Liverpool, and he does, sprinting forward with the ball, and he could put in a cross this time. And he does as well. Diogo Jota and Mohamed Ihataren with the 4-0 kind of, as expected, as I said. I'm gonna tell them that I demand more. Not that I expect us to score 4 goals right now, but you never know. Maybe we get a consolation goal. So yeah, that's the game against Liverpool done. I have decided as well, even though it's not going to be a short episode, that I'm just going to do all 3 of the group stage games in one big bumper episode because, well, why not? You guys have deserved it, and I am enjoying it so much that I thought, why not put it all in one episode? When I think about me watching other YouTubers, I would love them to put as much matches in one episode as possible. So let's treat you guys on a 3-match episode right now. So you're also gonna get the away game against Inter, the final group stage game, and you'll immediately know where we finished as well. Bermeo with a chance, and it's actually 4-1. You know what? Let's go all in, or all out, however you want to call it. Let's go for it. We've got 15 minutes to go. You never know what's gonna happen. Immediately another highlight could be the 5-1 for Liverpool. But what if it's the 4-2 for us? It's probably not gonna be though. Davidson with the ball to Grossi on the left-hand side. Diogo Jota with the ball to Davidson. A lot of space, but Bracco intercepts their pass, and Lambulic could set up another counter-attack. Bermeo again one-on-one with the keeper, and that's a poor shot. Could have done better there, and sadly he didn't. But of course, can't have everything going your way, right? So let's make a few substitutions. And let's see what's gonna happen in the final 15 minutes. You know what? A 4-1 is actually I'm not too angry about that. Kolbas with a long ball forward. Lambulic actually one-on-one with the keeper again. Another good save, and Kimmich almost dribbles it into his own goal, but he kicks it away just before he reaches the goal line. 5 minutes to go. As I said, we've actually put up a good fight against Liverpool. And we're still in 3rd place in the group stages. Inter, in the end, did manage to win their game, so that's very good for us. That means that we've at least made it to the knockout stages of the Europa League, which I'm very, very happy with. And maybe even more if we beat Inter in that last game. So I'll see you guys in just a second. And here we are for the first time ever, 3 matches in one episode. The last group stage match, and it's kind of an important one. It's the decider between the 2nd and 3rd place. So we either make it to the knockout stages of the Europa League or the knockout stages of the Champions League, which both of them are actually still insane if you think about the group that we're in. But first, let's take a quick look at the matches in between. We've had a bad run of games actually. We lost our first game of the season, of the league actually. 1-0 to Dinamo. We then drew against Academica Clinceni, and then we beat Craiova. We're still in first. We're still 9 points ahead of number 2. Could be 8 points if Stoja win their game in hand. Look, by the way, how many teams are on 33 points. 3 teams are on 33 points. That's insane as well. But yeah, we've had a tough run of games. Dinamo and Craiova, both tough teams, and we should have beaten Clinceni. Sad that we don't have our unbeaten streak anymore. We had, I think, 18 league games unbeaten, something like that. It should be a new record for us, I believe. So here's the starting 11: Labrovic, Ferrero, Bogdanovic, Lupu, Diabate, Bracco, Owaida, Memela, Castillo, Shilaru, and Lambulic. Pinter was actually back from his injury, but he is probably still too hurt to start. He is, and I'm not gonna risk him, I think, because even if the chances are so low that we win this match, and even if we lose this match, we're still in the Europa League. So I'm not that bothered if we do lose it. So let's just get straight into it. Saying that I'm not too bothered if we do lose it doesn't mean that I don't want to win. It's just that even if we lose, we still get a good result in the group stage. So yeah, Inter have won 3 of their last 5 games. We haven't. No. So let's try and change our record of the last 5 games, and let's try and give Inter a run for their money. They do have a throw-in already in the 3rd minute, and it could be a big chance for them. It is. Could try a shot here. Gritty to Ampadu. and I think the big chance was gone, but Lukaku is in, and the keeper just stood still and didn't do anything. Romelu Lukaku with the 1-0 after 2 minutes and 45 seconds already. So that's probably already our chances done for this game. I said that, but we do have a throw in here. Only 3 minutes later, Awaida tries to pass the ball forward, but Mane intercepts and Cutrone is in on goal, and that should be the second. But a good block by, I think, Bogdanovic, and we get rid of it. So after the first 3 matches were actually really good. We then had a draw against Bayer Leverkusen, which was still not bad. But the game against Liverpool and now this game aren't going too well. Now we concede a penalty as well. Liverpool are winning against Leverkusen, so that means that Liverpool are in first place and Inter will end up in second place. Of course, if Inter beat us, but you know, as I said, I expect them to beat us. But let's see what the referee says. It says it's a penalty, so that's probably the game done. I know I'm sounding very pessimistic right now, but it's Inter, it's away from home, and we're just not in their league, literally, but not on their level either. So it was a fun run in the Champions League, our first ever season in the Champions League. We made a lot of money from it, which I think really helps us next season as well. As maybe already this season in January, maybe we can buy some players if we need to, depending on where we are in the league by that point. Cutrone again in on goal, but he misses the goal this time. So still 2-0 after 20 minutes. They are dominating us. We don't have a lot of chances, sadly. So hopefully we can change that around. Turn that around, I'm sorry. But we'll have to wait and see. Probably not gonna be too tense of a game. I don't think we're gonna have too many big chances. Against Liverpool, we had a couple of very good chances, from which maybe we should have scored more than one. In the end, we did score that one goal, which was still not bad, but we could have scored more. We have a corner kick. Owaida to take it. It takes it long. Shilaru with a good chance, but it's a good save as well to match it. And we get a corner kick from the other side. And this time it's headed away by Ampadu, and Nelson Semedo can launch a counter-attack. But nobody is helping him. And in the end, we make the foul. And they get a free kick. So only 30 minutes left. I'm not gonna make any substitutions, I think, unless there is a. No, I'm not gonna make any substitutions. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest, to risk more players getting hurt or getting injured. Players have tried their best. They've done incredibly well to finish on 7 points in this group. Mane with the third. They've done. Wait, what? His name is Francesco Di Francesco. That's if we had the money, I would instantly buy him because that's an amazing name. But yeah, that's a 3-0. We've done incredibly well to get 7 points from this group. If you would have told me that from the start, I would not have believed it at all. But I'm very happy with the 7 points. I'm very, very happy with the third place as well. Even though we're knocked out of the Champions League, we do still make it into the Europa League. And the board expectations was only to be competitive in the group stages, and I think we've done that. I think we can be proud of our performances in every single one of the games, and I think this is really something to build upon for next season as well. Cutrone here on goal again, but this time a good save by Lavrovic, and Inter get a corner kick in the 85th minute. Let's see what they can get from this. Lupu heads it away. Ampadu picks up the loose ball back to the corner taker, who switches the play all the way to the other side. Skriniar has the ball to Romagnoli, and end of highlight. A throw in 1 minute later. Francesco Di Francesco with the throw in gets the ball back as well. Ampadu could go for it, he doesn't. Back to Di Francesco, back to Asterik. Again Di Francesco across, and there's Cutrone's goal. Finally, the 4-0 in the 88th minute. He has had a lot of big chances, and this is the first one he scored. So yeah, this wasn't our best match. I think you can compare this one to the 4-1 loss against Liverpool as well. In the end, we end up with a -4 goal difference, which isn't very good. but still, third place, 7 points. I'm okay with that. And we enter the Europa League first knockout round, as you can see, and another 444,000 euros, which brings us to 27 point almost 3 million euros, and that brings our value to almost 90 million, which is insane if you think that at the beginning of the season we had only 38. But that has been the episode for today. It's been a long episode. Three live games for the first time ever. The next game obviously is gonna be the game, the first knockout round, both of the legs. So I'm just gonna play through to that game. It's probably gonna be around the end of the first part of the league as well. So that's something to look out for, looking where we are in the league by that time. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys for the first knockout round in the Europa League. Bye bye.